The radio here works, but the thing is that it doesn't work on batteries. I don't know if you've ever had a radio like that before. It works, but doesn't work with batteries. First thing I thought of was maybe one of the wires could be off. Then when I took the cover off, I noticed that the leads connect directly to a circuit board and there is no wires. So then I looked over here at the switch where you plug in the cord, and sure enough, the switch is crushed. And I don't know how to fix them switches where you plug in the cord on the side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wire a direct connection from the battery. I'm going to wire a direct connection from the batteries to the circuit board. Wonder where that came from. It's very simple. The leads right here, positive and negative, just going to run them right to where the positive and negative wires are that come from the transformer. They're no different. The same voltage, same frequency, all that. The only difference is that's AC coming from the wall, basically coming to a transformer that's turning it to DC. One way or the other, you're getting DC current to the board. You don't want AC. AC is what comes from the wall, and that's what the power transformer is for. It's to lower the voltage and step it down to 12 volts. Now, of course, when you got batteries, that's DC, direct current. So I'm going to wire these wires now, and hopefully she'll work. The person that gave me the radio, this was their antenna. Luckily, it just happens to have 2 copper wires attached to it. So save the coat hanger for something else and use the 2 wires. Alright, we got our first wire, and right there is negative. Now we got to do the positive wire. Alright, I decided to use the other side of the battery compartment because over here it's really hard to wire them wires, so I just said screw it. And I came over here and wired positive here, wired negative to the spring down there. I don't know if you can see it or not. And I've ran the wires along here over to here. Now the one I still got to hook up, but the other one I got the wire tied around underneath the positive lead. I'm going to do the same thing over here to the negative lead. If you have a radio that this switch over here on the side where you plug in your cord is bad, like this one, it only takes a couple minutes. Just wire a direct connection from your batteries to your main power. Every radio has different power wires and stuff, but you can figure it out pretty easy. Alright, I got both the wires hooked up. All I did was wrap them around the piece of metal that comes out, and then I stuck these little caps over it. These caps come from the transformer. The only thing is, if you have normal batteries in here, you don't want to leave those batteries plugged into the wall, or you don't want to leave them in here and plug it into the wall, because then all your current coming from the transformer, which is DC, it's fine, it's not like 120 volts, but you're still going to get 12 volts DC coming into your batteries, and it could make them leak acid, could make them get fatter and actually pop. You'd be surprised. But other than that, the radio should work on batteries now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it together and I'm going to test it. I just shorted out the whole radio. I didn't know that those two down there touched. There's a piece of metal connecting them together. I got to put positive here and use this negative instead of using them both on the same side. The radio is just humming, so put negative here and leave positive there. There's no cord plugged in the side, just batteries.